Welcome everybody to a special 2012 recap edition of Smack Talk here at smarkoutmoment.com. Not episode 61, but it kind of is. We're kind of cheating a little bit here. I'm your host as always, Tony Mango. With me as always, perennial co-host Chris Dace. And this is, if you haven't figured it out already by looking at the title, if not, you should kind of do that. This is the best and worst of WWE awards. Now we do this every year. This is the third time we're doing it, second time we're doing it on video itself. We got a whole lot of surprises for you, and a whole lot of griping, a whole lot of bitching and complaining, and a couple, hey, that was pretty good. Here.
Just a couple.
So, if the graphics work the same as they did last year, if not, then future Tony is at fault. But we will have the technical awards, we will have the writing awards, we will have a little break in between with a new category, umbrella category of Smack Talk Awards, because now there actually is a show worthy of having enough awards instead of being, what, 5 episodes or something. Yeah. And then we will round it off with Performance Awards. So we're going to break this up into 10 segments instead of the 6 from last year, because we have a whole lot coming towards you this way. And we're going to go right off the bat with the entrances. And we might as well start off with bad news first. So, what do you think was the worst entrance of the year in WWE?
Okay. Solely for the fact, because of the theme song, I despise Wade Barrett's entrance every single time. Every single time. But the worst would have to be the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28 when they played Metallica and it got its own entrance and it was longer than The Undertaker's entrance. Steel should not get that long of an entrance.
That is a good point. I had a tie. I had a couple ties this year. I just couldn't pick, and I actually, unlike last year, I started writing some categories and stuff down January 1st. I really went and kept track of everything right off the bat, and some things changed, some things stayed the same. If you remember from earlier on in the year, we ran down Brodus Clay, and we were like, this is awful, this is the stupidest thing in the world.
Greatest thing in the world.
And, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But worst entrance of the year for me is a tie between the NXT Ascension, which they come out, and it's supposed to be this awesome entrance of this, like, kind of music and kind of shit like that, and nothing happens at all. They just kind of stand around, and it's just kind of like, alright, you know, the lights come back on yet? No? Alright. By the way, one of us is going to get fired in a few months. That's tied with Jericho's return. I was so pissed off because he comes out, does nothing, and there's no payoff. It's not, he does nothing, and then everybody gets mad, and then it's, I got you, and then he has this long title reign or something like that. He comes out, he loses everything, and then he fucking leaves the company. So
he got one pay-per-view win?
Yeah, the last one, right? Or no, he lost it, didn't he? Or no,
he won it, and then Ziggler beat up the next night on Raw.
Yeah. Oh, God. Best entrance.
This one, it was tough. I just like Ryder's theme a lot, so anyone who saw last year's awards noticed that Ryder won a shitload with me.
Hence the reason why he's on that side.
I don't know why I did that. I look like a troll. Best entrance, I'm going to have to go with him or Lesnar's. Lesnar's return that night after WrestleMania was unexpected, and it was a giddy feeling because normally the Raw after WrestleMania is the fallout, and like all the stars go back into their hiding, Undertaker, and it was neat to have that big star power just show up at the end of the show. So
you're not the only one who liked it. The one guy in the crowd.
Now he tries to do all of them. He's a fucking idiot.
He's not going to be the ones that we have for our intro. Speaking about what I talked about earlier, best Brodus Clay. I mean, we hated it so much, but as much as I said last year that I will give this to Undertaker all the time, it's not fair to really give it to him all the time because he's only does one year.
Yeah, sure.
So, Brodus Clay, catchy song, good dancing for the women. And Brodus Clay's not really that good of a dancer, but it doesn't matter because it's supposed to be stupid. and it's you know, silly and fun. So Brodus Clay, awesome job. Sucks that they're not pushing you for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Oh, they don't push things that people like.
Yeah. Worst finisher of the year.
Wade Barrett's.
Oh, go on.
When he pulls him in and then just elbows him, come on, or whatever the hell he does. I don't know what it's called. I don't care what it's called, but it's stupid.
Which one is the worst, the bullhammer or the souvenir? The exact same move.
The bullhammer sounds a little bit more impressive than the souvenir, but you're being thrown away, and then he's dragging you back. Duck. It's kind of like Scotty 2 Hottie's move, the worm. He should have just ended all his matches with a bulldog. They were out for 30 minutes as he pranced around the ring. So it's like, duck.
I went with Lord Tensai's claw because I don't understand what's so devastating about. Awful. When he first did that, I was just like, "This is how they're ending this." Like,
And he has sausage fingers, so it's not even impressive. Like he had like long, lanky ass fingers that wrapped around someone's face, like the Kali. Kali makes sense because his hand's the size of Rey Mysterio's head, and he popped that basketball. Tensai's got these stubby little sausage fingers.
And he has him draped over like he's gonna spank him or something like that. And like, what the fuck is going on with everything? Sucks about Tensai. You're gonna see a lot of Tensai in my worst section because as much as I ran down Sin Cara and who was it, Jacob Novak last year, this is a Tensai year. Best finisher.
My favorite there's two that I'm really a big fan of. I enjoy the Rough Rider. I'm a Rider fan. And I think...
He also likes it rough.
Yeah, I do. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. There's a wink. I don't know if you saw it.
Somebody out there.
And I like the no-lock. I really think it's a cool technical move that just can come out of nowhere. He pulls it off like Benoit did with the crossface, but not in a homicidal way.
I don't know. We haven't seen the end of Team Yellow yet.
Maybe
anger management's going to get to that level.
They shave his beard and then he just loses it.
I'm going with the RKO. It comes out of nowhere, but it can be built up as well, so I really like that. It's one of the reasons why I like Sweet Chin Music a whole lot, and the Stunner. Little reference, too, to Tyson Kidd's finisher. His, I can't remember the name of it, something about the dungeon lock or something like that. Really awesome looking submission move. It's a shame they never let him use it because they never have him in a goddamn match where he wins.
Kind of like Gabriel's finisher. His is pretty vicious.
Yeah, the 450 splash. That's awesome. Yeah, and of course they make him lose every match instead. So then they'll have the people like the John Cena's and all that win them all instead. And you could see a real lame finisher and all that.
The advanced fireman's carry.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the basic version of the fireman's carry because he doesn't even go in. He just lets the guy jump on him.
So that's it for part 1, and part 2 we're going to continue with the technical awards, and we're going to go into the best and the worst title reign, as well as mic skills and ring skills, and we'll move on part 3, so on and so forth, for the rest of the 10 parts. So check out part 2 coming up right now.